Thursday blessings to you. A few nights ago, I was getting ready for bed, and I decided I would take the dogs out, which is not usually one of my evening chores, but I just did it. One dog went out, did exactly what she needed to do, exactly where she needed to do it, and beelined back for the house. Those slightly stale goldfish crackers we have that are kind of gross to Dan and I, this dog loves them. And so she's very food motivated, and it's super easy to get her inside. Let that dog in and turned around and couldn't find our other dog. Called her, clapped for her. Come on, let's go. No sign of her. Well, she was like in the neighbor's yard next door, down their hill into the other neighbor's yard, clearly caught up with something that was super interesting. So I made my way out through the yard, kind of grabbed her by the collar. Come on, coaxed her back into our yard, and then made my way back to the house, thinking foolishly without checking that she was right behind me. When I got to the door to go inside, there was no dog behind me. There was no dog in the yard. So once again, come on, let's go. Hey, where are you? Let's go. I'm sure our neighbors love the soundtrack of calling our dogs in. And still nothing. So I went back out into our yard, found her this time down the hill in a neighbor's yard, sniffing some sort of softball net thing that the neighbor girl practices with. This time she got a little on the butt by her tail. Get up the hill, get in our yard. You know what you need to do. Go inside. Let's go. I'm not sure she did anything that she was supposed to do when she was outside, but I was so annoyed. Get in the house, go to bed. As I was getting ready to go to sleep, and I was saying my prayers and doing my things, I realized that is probably how the good shepherd feels about me as a sheep. Ooh, this is fun. This is pretty. This looks good. That is a fun thing. I need to get absorbed in this. Instead of hearing the voice, knowing the voice, following the voice of my shepherd. And so I proceeded to roll over and love on that dog a little bit and thank her for her lessons, but also try to encourage her to listen when she goes outside. And I also relinquished late night bath time stuff to Dan. That is 100% now his chore. I'm not taking that one on because apparently he can get them to listen better. All of that to say, sometimes you live life and you're doing ordinary things and the Spirit swoops in and reminds you that those stories, those psalms, those lessons that you hear and you know and you believe, sometimes that is there for you. It is a lesson and a reminder for you and your life. So if you have wandered away, if you have not paid attention to the shepherd's voice, like my dog reminded me, sometimes I miss God's voice. I hope you'll join me in refocusing and getting back to that place. It's no fun to be the lost sheep or the lost dog in our case. So here's to tuning our ears and our hearts and our minds to the call and voice of God and following what God is calling us to do. But that's a whole nother thing for another day.